Hello, Profiting Bar Soap Maker. This is Joshua DIY. I am happy to have you in this particular formula video, in this particular course. Yes. Okay, this is one of the formulas for this course, and I'm happy to share it with you. So I'll be measuring in my oil, like I have broke down this formula to the list anyone can work with, in case if you don't want to start with large quantity, want to start with a little quantity. Okay, this is 800 ml of oil I've measured. I'm just using only palm kernel oil because it is cheaper for me than palm oil. All right, but you can combine palm oil and palm kernel oil. So what I have in the two bowls is caustic soda and soda ash. Now this is my water. I'm measuring my water into the bowl and I'm adding in my caustic soda. Okay, the quantity of these ingredients will be dropped in the class or in your inbox. It will be dropped for you privately. All right, so I'm going to stir the caustic soda, make sure that it cleared. Please allow your caustic soda to clear before you add in your oil. Please allow your caustic soda to clear. You see this white foaming, white coating on top, allow it to clear, and that way it will show that the caustic soda has completely dissolved. Now I'm adding in my oil, whichever oil you prefer to use, but I'm using palm kernel oil because it is cheaper for me here. All right, so if you have any other oil that is cheaper for you, you can try use that. You can use palm oil if it's cheaper than palm kernel oil. All right, so I'm going to mix it to have a trace. All right, I'm going to mix it to have a trace, mix it very well to have a trace. Then I'll proceed to the next action. Okay, so the next action is for me to cover this. So remember, this particular formula calls for semi-hot process or semi-boiled process. You can call it semi-boiled or semi-hot. Okay, so you can also use hot process for this, but I have not tried that. Okay, but this is semi-hot process. Now I've achieved a trace. I'm going to cover it. Please make sure that the bowl you are working with or the vessel you're working with comes with a lid, with a cover. Okay, if it doesn't come with a cover, just do what I just did here. Use a nylon, a thick nylon to cover the bowl. Then you use another something that is thick to cover to place on the nylon. All right, so I'm waiting for the soap to trace. Okay, you all know what trace means. I'm waiting for the soap to cook a bit before I proceed to another action. I just checked and I did not see the soap gelling or cooking. All right, so I'm going to leave it for like 2 more minutes depending on the quantity I'm using. Can you see I achieved a gel phase? The soap has cooked, all right, a bit. And okay, let me show you. The soap has cooked. It's the color of the soap has, can you see, it's looking like done puree. Okay, cooked puree. Now I'm adding water into my soda ash. Okay, like I said, the quantity of the water and the ingredient to be dropped on the platform you have received this video. All right, if you receive this video via Telegram group, you will receive it, the quantity there. If you receive this video via WhatsApp, you're going to still see the ingredients and the quantity there. Now I'm going to stir in the soda ash. Remember, soda ash is very stubborn. Like I always say, it takes time to dissolve. All right, so make sure that it completely dissolves. Then you start adding into the soup gradually. Okay, you start adding into the soup gradually. This particular formula, I made this particular formula using three other methods. Using three methods. This is one. The second one I used sulfate. The second one I used glucose. Okay, so I may drop the video of those ones too, but just know that this is the full formula. So the other ones I added sulfate and glucose I just want to experiment something. All right, so I added the extra water I left into the soda ash. I stirred, then I continue adding the soda ash solution into the soup. I will keep adding gradually until I've added everything. And please try and stir gently. Don't use electric or hand mixer, if you have an industrial hand mixer, please don't use it. It's going to cause this soap to bubble. Can you see mine is already bubbling, and which I don't like my soap to bubble, because if you allow your soap to bubble, be it in cold process, hot process, semi-hot process, when you mold the soap, you're going to see the bubbles settle on top, which is going to make the surface very soft. You understand? So just stir gently. Okay, now then the reason why it's like this is because the soap has cooked, it has over gelled. All right, so I'm going to mix everything, then pour into my mold. That's all. But I need to add pigment, I need to add color, and I need to add fragrance, which is of choice. I'll be adding pigment and fragrance. So before then, I will cover it, then go get my pigment. I left it up, so I had to bring it down, and I cover this soup because I don't want the heat to evaporate. You understand? Because if the heat evaporates, now that I have added soda ash, it will start thickening up so fast. All right, so I've brought in my pigment. Can you see the coating on the surface, showing that the soap is done? Okay, see the coating, like a pap coating, like a nylon coated on the surface. That shows that this soap is done. So any other thing, if you delay pouring it into your mold at this stage, is going to start solidifying in that mold. All right, and I wouldn't want you to experience that. So I'm going to add in my pigment. I'll be using yellow and orange. I love yellow and orange color so much, and these colors are water soluble color. Okay, but the best color for bar soap is oil soluble color. All right, but I'm using water soluble color. Now I've added my fragrance. I use jasmine, only jasmine fragrance. I used 2.5 ml of jasmine. You can use 5 ml depending on your choice. Okay, then adding in extra, just a drop of this brown color. This brown color is ditto color. Yeah, ditto color. So I just wanted to have something like yellowish, not too bright, but like a pinch of yellow and lemon. All right, so this is my mold. I've set my mold. I'm pouring the soup into the mold. Can you see the soap is already solidifying? Like I said, if you waste if you waste time in pouring the soup, it's going to solidify in the mold. Can you see how the soap texture is? Can you see how light it is? Can you see how it is? Oh, this is what exactly what I expect you to achieve. So that's that. I'm going to mold in 24 hours, and you may choose to cover your mold. Okay, you may choose to use the nylon and cover your mold for the soap to gel very well. Okay, for you to have that that jelly, that glossy look. All right, so it's a choice. You can choose to cover, you can leave it like that. It doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter. Now this is the next day, about 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours. Yes, it's not up to 24 hours. Okay, so but leave yours up to 24 hours. Then this is me cutting the soap. I'm using the cutter of 100 gram of soap. That is the soap they sell 15 naira, 17 naira. The soap they sell 100 naira. Okay, depending on the area. Lagos sells this soap 100 naira. Kanu Nasarawa, Niger, they sell this soap 15 naira. Then I don't know, other parts sell 70 naira, like Port Harcourt or so. All right, so this is me cutting the soap. So you can cut the soap using the type of cutting table that you have. It's not a must use this particular cutting table. Whatever you're using to cut your soap, just use it to cut your soap. Now for this cutter I used, I got 20 pieces of soap. If I should add the off cut, it should be about 25 pieces. All right, 20 pieces of 100 gram of soap. That is what I achieved using 800 ml of oil. Thank you for buying this course, and I wish you a massive sale.